Hey guys, welcome back. Today it is a cold November morning, but we're still in the thick of football season around here. Actually going on to some bigger and better tournaments this year. So I want to talk a little bit about this little cart that I put together. Let's get into it. This cart is something that my wife had purchased for the kids. It's a couple years ago now, I think, and they practice with this thing all of the time. I was admittedly a little against spending it because it's kind of expensive, but you know, we got kids with dreams. They love this stuff. Keeps them busy, keeps them out of our hair. So I mean, actually it turned out to be a pretty good purchase, so I have to give her credit for moving forward this one. But we have this, it's called a quarterback or a first pitch machine, and for those of you who haven't used these, they're tilted up to get that spiral in the football. But basically, real quick, it's you lay the football in here and you give it a push through when these are spinning, and it throws the football. So an old man like me that can't throw as well as I used to, this is really handy when you got a bunch of kids that need some practice. So this is your yard marker. It spins faster for further throws. This is your on-off switch. So it's what I would call maybe a generic Jugs machine or something. It's got a couple of motors underneath. It's really pretty simple machine. The problem is when we first got it, it had a three-legged stand, and I don't have it near me to show you, but this thing is heavy. It was really hard for the teenagers to pick it up, put it into place. It would take 2 or 3 of them to get it set up, and I was afraid somebody's going to hurt themselves. So I came up with this alternative mounting arrangement, and it holds some of their other gear. Bought this wheeled cart at Harbor Freight. This is the handle, right? It's just leaning back here to stay out of the way. All I did was at first I took some zip ties and zip tied it down because I didn't have U-bolts the right size. Then I went back to the store and I bought some U-bolts and I mounted it down. And this is one of the stands. It doesn't come with it. It's an additional stand. It has a little, almost like a dolly that hooks to it, and you can move it around that way. But that made it the machine sit a little bit lower, so this brings it up another 8 inches or so off the ground to make it a little bit easier to use. Again, this cart is cheap. They can wheel this in and out of the garage easily. I was afraid, you know, since it was so heavy, they would just stop using it. So cumbersome and difficult for them to get around. But they've even devised ways to do it by themselves with that rope. They have all their practice gear here. They have an extension cord on the cart itself. So, you know, you can't say, oh, I couldn't find an extension cord to plug it in. Couldn't get my practice done, blah, blah, blah. You know how kids are, all their excuses they have. But they never have them. Everything's here. They use it. They love it. Just got a ton of use out of this thing. And I'll put a link to this down in the description just in case you want to look into getting one of these. And now they do practice with their teams, you know, 5 days a week or whatever, but they still bring this thing out during the day and use it quite a bit. So it has different options for different types of balls. You can do punts and other things with it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll put some overlays in here of them using it as I peek out the window when I'm working and see them out in the yard using this thing. So cheap little, I'll call it mod to get this thing in and out. Having this flatbed wagon cart. This cart is awesome, by the way. It should be one of the products that Harbor Freight should put down as a must-have, especially if you're moving things all around your yard or whatever. It's very nice. Now the wheels, you know, all these wheels on these carts are a little suspect. They need pumped up quite a bit. I think these still need pumped up now. But, you know, you could always swap those out with those solid rubber wheels and never have to pump them up again. But yeah, steers. Works out well. So just wanted to share that video real quick. We're still in a national tournament, so we're still hard at work. Season's almost over. It's been honestly a lot of fun. And this has contributed to it over the years. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the other videos, and we'll see you next time.